Yeah, so the scriptures give us reassurance, right? Like this right here, this is a Yahweh Shah speaking. It's Luke chapter 12 and verse 22. It's in the NLT. Then turning to his disciples, Yahweh Shah said, "That is why I tell you not to worry about everyday life, whether you have enough food to eat or enough clothes to wear. For life is more than food, and your body more than clothing. Look at the ravens; they don't plant or harvest or store food in barns, but God feeds them. And you are far more valuable to Him than any birds, right? You're His children, and potentially His elect." It says, can all your worries add a single moment to your life? And if worry can't accomplish a little thing like that, what is the use of worrying over big things? Look at the lilies, how they grow. They don't work or make their clothing, yet Solomon in all his glory was not dressed as beautifully as they are. And if the Most High cares so wonderfully for flowers that are here today and thrown into the fire tomorrow, He will certainly care for you. Why do you have so little faith? And don't be concerned about what to eat and what to drink. Don't worry about such things. These things dominate the thoughts of unbelievers all over the world. But your Father already knows your needs. Seek the kingdom of God above all else, and He will give you everything that you need. See? So we should trust in this and always reflect on this, And this is beautiful, man. So scriptures, Yahweh Shai is basically telling us, don't worry, And he even said that when he was speaking to his disciples, about the signs that's coming, that will indicate, his second coming and the end of this age. In Matthew the 24th chapter, the Mount of Olives, he's saying all these are the beginning of sorrows. See that you be not troubled, for all these are beginning of sorrows. The end is not yet. See that you be not troubled. So basically, don't panic. Don't be hysterical. Don't worry so much. We all, have jobs. We have families and things of that nature, and children. But don't worry, man. The Lord will take care of you. He'll make sure that you're straight. The Lord said He, not the Lord, but David, he said He never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. And you have all these different promises, in the scriptures, about, how the Lord's servants is going to be taken care of. But it's Isaiah 65, my servant shall eat, my servant shall drink, my servant shall rejoice. 2 chapter 2, So the others, be not afraid when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh. Others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. And also in the Psalms too, two of them that I can think of. In the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. They should not be ashamed in the evil time. So you have promises written, prophetically all over the scriptures, concerning, basically, giving reassurance to the faithful, the believers, the Lord's elect in these end times, to basically trust in Him and don't worry, man. Lean on the Lord. The Lord will provide a way out, man. He'll make sure your needs are met. Right, this is Joshua chapter 21, verse 45, NLT. Not a single one of all the good promises the Lord have given to the family of Israel was left unfulfilled. Everything He has spoken came true. Scriptures speak about waiting for his mercy. You that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, going out of sight lest ye fall. So during that waiting period, that's your test, In with Lamentation chapter 3, it tells you about Lord is is good to those that wait for him, to the soul that seek him. It's good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. And we're going to have to practice that and implement that in our walk in these upcoming troublesome times, hard times, financially challenging times that we're headed into, And the Lord puts us in financial binds, as his servants, when you come to the Lord, curb and serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation, right? Like it says in Sirach chapter 2, so he puts you through certain tests to battle harden or prepare your mind for these upcoming days, so he put you in situations to the point where you have no choice but to trust in him, and you're being exercised and trained, and in these situations where you're back against the wall, to lean upon the Lord for your sustenance, And so when these times actually come, I won't say it's going to be a cake and a walk, but it's going to be a, been there, done that, and I know what to do. I'm going to trust in the Lord, type situation, So we can bet our bottom dollar on these promises that's written in prophecy concerning how the Lord's going to make sure that we're okay, right, in these evil times. 2 Timothy 1:7, for the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and of a sound mind, all right? So we shouldn't be afraid of what's to come, And this is a necessary evil. It has to happen, If this place don't be turned upside down, then cannot it come that it's sown with good, as it states in 2nd Esdras, I want to say it's chapter 4. If the place where the evil is sown be not first turned upside down, then cannot it come that it's sown with good. And that's the kingdom of heaven, We, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. And we waiting for our King, Yahweh Shah, to come back and make his second return, to set up a new righteous government and rulership on this planet Earth, and set his own people up as the rulers of this earth, the ruling class people of this earth, right? So before these things transpire, evils have to come, like it says in what it is. Acts chapter 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we through much tribulation shall enter into the kingdom of the Most High. It's through much tribulation, so, it's always darkest before the dawn, before it get any better, it's going to get a lot worse. And trust me, it's going to, words, it can't describe how much hell and trouble that's coming, But Lord, constantly tell us, don't be afraid, Don't be afraid. Fear not. It says, but of power and of love and a sound mind, And these things the Spirit provides you, So cast thy burdens upon the Lord, and he'll sustain you. Seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Your needs to be met, So don't worry about no financial collapse. Don't worry about losing your job. The Lord gonna make a way. Whatever situation or circumstance you may find yourself in, they may put a strain on you and your family. Endure it whatsoever brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You know, you just got to be patient, man, and endure hardness as a good soldier. It ain't gonna be easy, but you pass that test of patience and endurance, waiting on the salvation of our God, He'll reward you. So just trust.